The inside of these homes are now complete.
Which is great for me because it means I can relax, can chill out, take some time out, wind down.
You're dreaming, mate. We still have the entire facade to complete, including the backyards, entertaining spaces and pools.
Well, heaps to do. Let's go. We really want to nail these outside entertaining areas, and when I think about it, we want that ultimate Australian lifestyle. So pools, decks, built-in barbecues, it's got to be in there.
When I think about how we use our backyard, it really is an extension of the living space. So that is exactly what we want for these homes.
Separating each yard, we have our white rendered wall.
In house one, we have a long lap style pool with a spa at the end and a nice crisp white pergola.
House 2, we have a crazy pave on the patio and the boardwalk leads you up to the round pool.
And to bring it to life, we're adding in lots of lush greenery.
Way back when we started this build, these pool showers were one of the first things that went into the ground. So there's a lot of set out, the machines are here, we're digging out these holes and getting them formed up ready for concrete.
I actually remember watching this happening and thinking, wow, we've made such big progress.
There's a real point of difference between these backyards. One has a long pool with a spa at the end and the other is a really nice round pool. But it's important that I get the exact location right.
The thing about these pools is we get the shell in place and then we literally don't revisit that for another year until the whole rest of the house is complete.
To help with the designs of these backyards, we've brought in Matt Lacey from Land Art.
The thing with these backyards is they're not huge spaces, so we've got the experts in to really help us nail this layout and make sure we're using every square inch to its fullest potential. With our design chat coming along with Matt, I feel like I've got a bit more clarity now and I can head back into Beaumont's and make some key decisions.
Well, we really need to suss out what we're doing in these pools. We've got a round pool and we've also got the lap pool with the spa at the back of it. So we have to work out exactly what we're doing and how it's all going to finish. I really like this sandstone look one.
I guess the thing for me is making sure that the front of the block flows right through to the rear backyards.
Yep, so entryway flowing through, we've got our timber flooring, then you'll go back out to the patio or the outside entertaining area, which is going to be this stone, and that will also merge around that lap pool as well.
Making big decisions off smaller samples can feel overwhelming, but that's where we sort of need to bring it all together, have a look at it as a whole and make sure it's working cohesively. House 2 backyard's feeling a little bit more finished than House 1, and that is because the renderers have been able to do all the render on this block work and cover up all the grey blocks. We have gone for a nice rough undulated finish.
Looks cool.
It looks really good.
Action stations in these backyards. We've got our barbecue bench tops happening, the pools are getting tiled, and we've also got Matt back to do some plant selections.
Feels a bit chaotic, there's things going on everywhere, but it's exciting because progress is happening.
House 2 backyard, I feel like there is stuff everywhere and to be honest, I'm feeling like pretty overwhelmed, but I know in a couple of days this area is going to take shape and it's going to look beautiful.
It doesn't look like it, but we're closer than we look. So we have crazy pave under here. That transitions into deck. We're using the beautiful millboard decking, which is going to look beautiful with the limestone.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful. And that is going to take us up on our walkway to our round pool. It's going to be epic. We're getting there.
We're getting there. It is, yeah, it is a really beautiful design out here. It's like going to be so nice to entertain out here once it's all done. I'm just like, oh, I've got so much to do. I literally, yeah, we're at the end, very close to it anyway. Yeah, there's so much on. The decking that we've opted for here is the millboard, and this is the limed oak finish. The reason we've gone with this is it's got this really beautiful natural oak look, and it's pre-finished, it's done. You don't have to oil it or sand it or anything. It's like, this is the finished product. One thing about this is our screw heads disappear through the top of the decking, so there's no pre-drilling required, and it's mold resistant, it's not gonna rot, it's anti-slip, it's the perfect product for this little area here, and it's making this boardwalk really come to life. This is a massive project. It's a huge undertaking for us both, essentially because this is 2 builds, not 1. I feel like I'm running on adrenaline, feeling a little bit down and depleted, but it comes with the territory.
The only thing we can do is keep our eye on that finish line and think about the amazing home that we're creating, and we are so close.
The interior of these pools are being coated with the beadcrete, and the boys are here getting that on.
So in house 1, we have the beadcrete that meets the waterline tile, and in house 2, we have the beadcrete that meets this micro cement finish. So although we're using the same interior in both pools, there is 2 completely different looks.
This is actually really exciting for us. With the beadcrete done, it means we can start to fill these pools with water, and you know what that means?
We can start covering up some dirt and bringing in the greenery. We're out the back of house 1 and we have decking going down, we have plants being carried out, the barbecue's getting finished, the pool's getting filled.
Slowly and slowly it's turning from a construction site into somewhere that you could actually see yourself hanging out. So that's exciting. Big transformation by the end of the day.
They've already carried only 5 plants out and already the vibe has completely changed out here.
So we're back here at Bay Builds and it's time for the plant out of the backyards. This is the most exciting time. It's when everything kind of comes to life. Now what I find when I'm designing a garden is you need to get your quantities, you need to know what you're planting, what you're using, what species you're using, put it on paper, get them to site, but once you have them here, it's best to place everything out before you commit to start digging holes to make sure that everything works where you thought it would. And if anything doesn't, then you adjust accordingly. It's always good to set it out and plan it on the day. Because we have these big rendered white walls here, we've got some creeping ficus that's going to grow across these walls over time. But as it's growing across it, it actually looks really good in that point. So it doesn't need to be a dense green wall. It just needs to soften the wall and break up the glare. So the ficus is going to do that. And then we have some succulents. We've got some mounded forms. So it's greens, grey foliage. It's a beautiful palette and we're about to get into it. House 1 planting is also underway now, and when we were designing, House 2 was very circular, House 1 was a little bit more linear in its design, which meant that we have more open space in the middle and the planting is more on the perimeter, and so it's pushed to the side. So there's more grass, less planting, but it's still going to be just as impressive.
It was a long road to get here. There were some ups and downs, but now that the greenery is coming in, these spaces are literally coming to life.
It's actually amazing how much the vibe has changed once the plants start coming in.
There's definitely a turning point out the back here, and right now we're starting work on the pergola. It's going to make this beautiful featured area over that deck. So we've got our curved steel beam up, which is a really nice asset, and now we're going to start to put in all our timber posts and beams as well. So in a few moments this whole area is going to take shape.
House 1 pergola is a big statement and it really does help to draw you out there. I love that the straight lines connect onto that block wall and it's a real architectural statement.
The vibes are good. I feel like I've got a second win and nothing can get in our way. The vibes are good, believe it or not.
Believe it or not, we're actually so happy.
This is the day, it's crunch time. We're almost done out the back. In a moment, we're gonna hose our little dirty fingers off, hose out here off. Nath's coming down and putting the turf down, and mate, I'm walking away.
Like, we'd be watering the grass anyway, so in a way, it's saving us some time. Just roll that grass out, gurney off the deck. We're out of here.
Babe, so proud of you.
Oh.
Come on, course oil. I did say nothing was going to get in our way. Not the rain, not the hail, none of the elements. We got the job done. These backyards have been designed to absolute perfection. They really are the ultimate pairing for these inside living spaces. The outdoor entertaining area of House 1 has a more refined vibe, but there's a lot of design elements which help bring this area together and make it the ultimate entertaining space.
I've always loved the design of House One Backyard because this lap pool is so considered being directly on the boundary, and I love that when you're walking down the hallway you get glimpses of water before you're even in the yard. The island acts as an entry into the pool and the spa, but it's also a really cool design feature that breaks up that water expanse.
The deck and pergola are a unique design element in this space. The pergola offers those nice crisp lines, while the curved wall helps to soften the space.
I've styled the pergola with the outdoor furniture from Globe West, and those little pops of colour really create an inviting space when you're inside looking out.
When you're sitting in this outdoor area, you can really take in the architecture of the entire build. We have the soft curved white render, the knotwood screens, and the James Hardie brushed concrete cladding, which offers that modern coastal look. One of the successes of this space is that it flows really well. We've got a seamless transition from our millboard decking onto the grassed area with the steppers and straight onto the patio.
For the patio, we have the Legend Sandstone from Beaumont, and we've used this as a pool coping, and I think overall that creates a really seamless transition throughout the yard.
Every great Aussie backyard needs an amazing barbecue setup, and this minimalist design really helps to complement the entire exterior of the home. House 2 vibe is fun, it's relaxing, and we've got this amazing boardwalk to lead you out to an incredible round pool.
There's a lot of curves in this yard, and I think it makes for a playful touch. We have the curve rendered wall, the round pool, and this curved seating area, and I can really imagine people having a lot of fun here. In contrast to House 1, this backyard has been tiered with different levels of decking, which help lead you to the pool area.
For our decking, we've used millboard in the limed oak, and this colour works perfectly with the external facade.
We've kept the styling really simple in this backyard with the white and green colour palette, and what I love about the feel of this space is that it really does transport you to holiday mode. There's a really nice mix of materials in this backyard. We have the stone walling, the limestone crazy pave, the millboard decking, and this gorgeous copper shower. For all the curved render exterior wall, we've used Taubman's all-weather in the colour Pebble Bay Quarter, and I love how the greenery really pops against that white.
For the back doors, we've chosen to go with the wide line bifold because we can capitalise on the entire opening. Land Art has done an incredible job in designing these two unique backyards, and the greenery and the plant selections really do help bring these entire spaces to life. For added convenience, we can control the outdoor lighting via the SmartThings app on our Samsung tablet. We are almost there. We have got one more episode to go.
Coming up on episode 7, we complete our entire front facade.
We've got curved render, timber, amazing stone, everything you can imagine is in this episode. It's our biggest reveal yet. You don't want to miss it.